Let the following celebrities inspire you never to give up on your dreams, even in the face of adversity. Number 6. Russell Brand. Russell Brand is an English comedian actor who is well known in the media for his drug addiction. Brand faced many adversities growing up, from his parents divorcing at a young age, his mother having cancer, having been molested by a tutor, to having suffered with mental health issues. From a young age, he had shown addictive tendencies. As a child, he had an addiction to chocolate. As an adolescent, he was addicted to pornography, and by the time he was only 19 years old, he was addicted to hard drugs. In 2003, while working at MTV, his addiction to heroin became completely out of control.
Drugs and alcohol were a solution to an emotional and perhaps even spiritual problem, a feeling literally of disease, unhappiness, inability to cope with life.
He finally hit rock bottom, and with the help of his then friend and manager, he sought help. This is when his journey to recovery really began. Russell attributes much of his recovery success to meditation, exercise, and being a part of a supportive community. Despite his many struggles over the years, Russell Brand has been able to accomplish many of his life's goals. He chose not to give up on himself, even in his darkest moments. On top of having a thriving career in Hollywood, he is also doing great work in the recovery community. Russell has even created a modern-day 12-step program, which he explains in his book, Recovery, Freedom from Our Addiction.
Like when you've got a son or a mother or a sister that's got an addiction issue, it's clear that there's not a choice involved. The way that they're behaving, it's sort of very, very sad. And I think that this is an area where we need compassion and tolerance, not just because that's the human thing to do, but because that will help us to reach an appropriate solution.
Number 7. Madonna. Madonna is known as the Queen of Pop, but her life hasn't always been glamorous. When she was only 5 years old, her mother sadly passed away from cancer. Madonna and her mother were quite close, and she has admitted that the death of her mom really left her feeling abandoned as a child.
My childhood was lonely and sad, and I just felt such an emptiness and such a feeling of lack.
Because Madonna was the oldest daughter, she was often expected to take care of her younger siblings, which was a lot of responsibility for a young girl her age. Not only did Madonna's childhood leave her feeling heartbroken and lost, but she was also afflicted with severe trauma in the early days of her singing career. Shortly after moving to New York City, she was robbed, raped, and held at gunpoint. Despite the adversity she faced throughout her life, the Queen of Pop never lost sight of her goals and continued to pursue her career in the big city. She didn't allow anything she endured to hinder her drive for success. If anything, she allowed it to be her catalyst. She continued to work hard, and her career as a singer and actress continued to blossom. In 2008, Madonna was named the world's wealthiest female musician by Forbes magazine. Wow. And there's no doubt that she will forever be cherished as one of the most famous pop icons of all time.
Or gunshot. As you can imagine, all these unexpected events not only helped me become the daring woman that stands before you, but it also reminded me that I am vulnerable. And in life, there is no real safety except self-belief.
Number 8. Selena Gomez. On the surface, Selena Gomez appears to have it all, but the truth is that she has had many struggles, especially in the last few years. In 2015, Selena shared that she was suffering from the autoimmune disease lupus, which required her to go through chemotherapy. Approximately a year later, in 2016, she announced that she would be receiving an emergency kidney transplant as a result of the disease. Selena has spoken publicly about how lucky she was to have her good friend and roommate Francia Racia offer to donate a kidney to her in this life-threatening situation.
She volunteered and did it, and let alone somebody wanting to volunteer, it is incredibly difficult to find a match. The fact that she was a match, I mean, that's unbelievable.
If that wasn't enough for the young star to endure, her mental health has also suffered greatly due to lupus. In both 2016 and 2019, Selena entered into a rehab facility to deal with her anxiety, depression, and panic attacks. Unfortunately, at this time, there is no cure for lupus. However, since surgery, Selena's symptoms have greatly decreased and she is doing much better. Although from time to time she has taken much needed breaks from the limelight to take care of her mental health, she continues to fight the fight and has never given up on her career in Hollywood. She is a true fighter.
If you are broken, you do not have to stay broken. And if that's anything, whether you respect me or not, that's one thing you should know about me, is I care about people, and thank you so much for this. This is for you. Thank you.
Number 9. Halle Berry. We all know Halle Berry as being one of the sexiest female actors of our time, but Halle is more than just a pretty face. She is a domestic abuse victim who is now a huge advocate for women. Halle grew up watching her father beat on her mother regularly until they finally divorced when she was a young girl. Unfortunately, as with many cases, Halle fell into the same cycle of abuse and admits to being in a few different abusive relationships over the years. Despite having an amazing acting career, her life was in turmoil behind the scenes. In 2004, Halle revealed that she had been in an abusive relationship. Her partner at the time hit her so hard on the side of the head that she was left partially deaf in one ear. This is when Berry decided to end the cycle once and for all. Despite her hardships and many failed relationships, Halle has pioneered her way through the Hollywood rankings and has proven herself to be one of the top African American actresses of all time. Her many years of hard work and dedication paid off when she won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2001 for her role in Monsters Ball.
Well, I was a victim. My mother was, abused. And as a child, we're also victims. So I think it's something that I know about, is something that I lived through, that I've recovered from. So when I talk to these women at the Genesee Center, they listen to me differently because I've lived it. I've been through it. And so there's a deeper connection.
Number 10. Bethany Hamilton. Bethany is a pro surfer who found her way through a terrible misfortune. At the age of 13, Bethany was attacked by a shark while surfing. She survived the attack, however, she sadly lost an entire arm. Not only is Bethany a survivor, but she has also proven to be a true warrior with unparalleled tenacity and determination. She was back on a board and surfing within a month of the attack. Within 2 years, she was professionally surfing and winning championships. Bethany Hamilton turned tragedy into triumph by starting her own foundation which helps support other amputees. She is truly an inspiration to people all around the world. She is living proof that with the right amount of passion, determination, and a grateful heart, nothing can stop you from achieving your goals.
I made it is like kind of a miracle. So there was just a lot of me that felt thankful to be alive and that there was more to life, even though I may not be able to see exactly what that looks like at that time.